Hello, how are you all doing out there? Welcome to Chit Chat. All honor, glory, and praise be to our one and only Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. So I just want to say, you guys, that I am so glad that I've had the opportunity to put the truth out there, because there were so many lies out there about me. And they were put out by a lowlife that, of course, I'm no longer affiliated with, nor shall ever be. Thank God. But let me tell you something about hairline. Because hairline has a lot of mouth. And hairline, listen. I know that in my business dealings, I'll say, with hairline, this was a long time ago, but maybe hairline thought, oh, I'm making certain folk look like a fool. Well, no, hairline was not. See, hairline, how could I put this without giving away too much? I'll put it this way. Hairline was involved with female bums. And this was during the time that hairline was, it called itself coming up against me with a group of other people. And so it felt like it had its plan set in motion. And one day I was at Hairline's place of residence, and a female pulled into the yard on a car. It was a black female, and Hairline handed me something to go give to the female. I don't even know what it was. And so I went and, of course I went outside, and the female was sitting in the car, and I think I said hi, and I handed whatever Hairline had presented to me. And the female just had this laid back, kind of smirk-like expression on her face, as if to say, I don't know, like Hairline is tripping or something like that. Like she just felt like, she was like this laid back type of whatever, in the situation. But of course, me, I was upbeat, and I was like, hi. And because, see, evidently it was somebody that Hairline was sleeping with. And evidently, I didn't care. And then I know there was another female. She was a white girl. And she lived down the road from Hairline's place of residence. And she looked like one of those trashy guests that would be on the Jerry Springer show. And I'm sure Hairline was messing with her, because I remember one night I had to take Hairline somewhere, and the girl was there, and I don't know what was going on with them. I could care less. I'm handling my business, but Hairline didn't know it. And I remember Hairline, when the girl was walking away, Hairline was sitting in the vehicle, slouched down, just staring at her with like this, look of admiration on his face, like smirking or whatever. And I looked at him and I looked at her, and I'm thinking, oh well, whatever. Whatever gets your goat. And then but see, Hairline would do stuff like that. See, narcissists do things like that. And I just wanted to put that out there, because like I said, these bums out here are dropping like flies, and you know what, they got to get theirs before they leave. And afterwards. But I honestly did not care. And I know that to outsiders, it was looking like Hairline is doing all this stuff and this and the third. I was not with Hairline. Hairline is an old enemy from back in the day. Hairline is somebody that picked a fight with me by way of standing up in my face. So I could have cared less about what Hairline was doing as it pertains to that. And of course, I'm going to be concerned if Hairline is trying to conspire against me. But see, it's like, I could tell Hairline, Don't nothing beat the cross but the double cross. But Hairline was doing a whole lot of weird stuff. Didn't have nothing to offer nobody. But I just noticed that, and I just wanted to put that on blast. And then I know Hairline had given, from what I understand, a large sum of money to its cousin, for its cousin to give to another dude to flip. And something happened with that whole situation, and the money turned up missing. So after that, Hairline continuously went off on his cousin, talking about it needs to get its money back, and why did you let such and such do this, that, and the third, and all. And so I know Hairline want me to shut up, but I'm not. Because see, when you pick a fight with this here, you don't pick the fight. Like I said, you don't want me. Because don't nothing beat the cross but the double cross. But anyway, so Hairline had given its cousin some money, and evidently, because you know what that money is? Most likely spent by its cousin. So while it was confronting its cousin, the same one that allowed a dude to molest his little boy, while it was confronting its cousin about why its cousin didn't get the money back from the dude that Hairline wanted it given to, the cousin is the one that probably kept the money. See, you can't get back money that you done spent. Duh. Boom. Okay. Hello, somebody out there. Because you know what? When you got two grimy people, whether they related or not, but it just so happened they were, I'm sure they're first cousins. When you give your first cousin, who is just as grimy as you are, a big sum of money to give to somebody else, and then you don't make a profit off of the criminal act that y'all got going on, then what do you expect when you keep coming to that person saying, get your money back, get your money back, get your money back? They can't get back money that they done spent. Hairline just as dumb as a bag of rocks. But then got the nerve to try to insult me. Because see, I'm telling you, like, for real. You know what? Let me tell you, you brothers and sisters, something out there. It's one thing when a demon attack you by way of approach and narcissistic behavior, gaslighting. Let me tell you something. Do you know a person can attack you by asking you out, my sisters? And then a person can attack you by accepting to go out with you when you ask, my brothers. Are y'all following me? Okay. So that's the initial attack right there. Because many of you out there, you've had people standing up in your faces that should have never been in your element. Can I talk about it? Can I talk about it? But because narcissistic people have a predator nature to them, they will single you out. And my thing is, it's bad enough that you had something standing up in your face that won't even on your level, not even in your social class, don't even have any type of decency to it. But then when they decide that they want to come at you again, see, they didn't learn that lesson the first time that you took them down. So now they want to come back again for some old revenge plot. But you know what? Like I said, oh my gosh. The only thing I can say is that Hairline had the right one. Because it took a chit like me to bring down something like that. Because Hairline thought it was that, back in the day. And Hairline won't nothing but a male whore.